Let's talk about odd numbers in composition. Odd numbers are way more powerful in composition than even numbers. And that refers to many things. One of them, for example, would be framing 21 by 9, not 1 by 1, which would be, an even number. Rule of thirds, right? 70-30, golden ratio, all that stuff. This is all odd numbers. And then you can use this also in a composition, okay? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, triangle, right? 1, 2, 3. These are all odd numbers, and odd numbers are interesting because they're not even. There's some kind of, again, dynamic element to it because you get something, 1 plus 1 and something else. Just like in a relationship, right? An odd wheel, a fifth wheel. It's a dissonance. It just doesn't work, Third person is basically a crowd, right? Because it just doesn't fit, and that's the point. It breaks the taste. Everything is about breaking the taste, breaking the boredom, breaking the stagnancy. You want to make it dynamic, and odd numbers is what does it. Okay, again, odd numbers, right? See what I mean? And I even go as far as actually using them in decals. 3, 7, 9. I like these numbers. They look cool. The same in pricing. If you think about it, in marketing, they quite often use 7 or 9. So like instead of saying something costs $500, they'll tell you 497 or 357 or 317, whatever, because it just looks better psychologically to the brain. Okay. So odd numbers are not important, they're essential to understand, to, become better in composition. Now, can you use even numbers in composition? Look at this example, okay? We have 1 and 2, that's 2 of them, but then you get this very, very strong logo, which is 3. But even if you consider these two, they are positioned differently and they are offset, they're not in the center, okay? So you could use 2 elements if you know what you're doing, but you need to then place them and frame them in a way that it will work, just like here, okay? So for example, this, the right hand side arm takes about 70% of the frame, whereas this one here takes, about 30-35%, right? So it's offset visually. So even though you have 2 of them, they offset. And in addition, you got this text in the middle, so it's 1, 2, 3. But if you disregard this one in the middle, you still have offset between these 2. So even though I have 2 of them in the frame, they are basically of a different weight. So they offset. So in this case, the odd number would be basically the weight of these elements, right? Not the elements themselves. Now when you look in this image, there is a line here going across this image here, right? More or less. Dividing it, and the top part is slightly bigger than the bottom part. But if you look at this image, you got one section here, you got another section here, right? And you got third section here. So again, 1, 2, 3, odd number. This is why this composition is strong, because of this emphasis of odd numbers, offsetting, and also very simple storytelling, scale. So all these elements come together, but odd numbers here are very powerful, right? Again, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? So there you go. That would be what you need to know about odd numbers. So in terms of odd numbers, and anything that's uneven, just be conscious about it and think about it when you design something or when you frame something.